Hi everyone. So I'm gonna do a super quick, hopefully, update because I need to go get Lex up from his nap. Pay no attention to the mess in the background. We're still obviously settling into the new house. But I wanted to do a quick update about TTC, IUI stuff. Basically, without getting into all of the details, I have decided to find a new clinic. I have not been happy with the care I've been getting. I just am very disappointed with the way that things have gone, and so I'm kind of done with the place that I've been going to. And they're also a little too far away. They're like an hour away. I have to drive into the city, and it's just not the best setup, especially having a toddler to have to get care for when I have to go in for stuff. So I went back and forth about whether to still do this cycle there while going and having appointments at other places to find a new place. I've decided not to because that would involve, this cycle was going to be ultrasound monitored with Femara, letrozole, and that would require me to go in for ultrasounds at 7 a.m., which I would have to leave here at about 5:30 or so to get there, and I would have to find care for Lex, and I don't know how many times I would have to go in, maybe only once, maybe more than that. But I'm also just not happy with the communication and the care that I'm getting there. So just all around, I feel much better making the decision to not continue this cycle with them. I have appointments at two other places, one on the 14th and one on the 18th of January. And they're both about 20-ish minutes from here. So much more convenient, much closer. And I just kind of got better feelings about them when I contacted them. My biggest concern about switching to someplace else was that we have the frozen sperm banked at the hospital where I was going to the clinic at the same hospital where it's banked, and I didn't know how much of an ordeal it was going to be to get it transferred and to be able to use it elsewhere. Apparently it's easy, it's not a big deal, they do it all the time, which makes sense because a lot of times sperm is banked at independent cryobanks and then you have to transfer it anyway, so it makes sense that it shouldn't be a big deal. It shouldn't be kind of a reason to not switch. It is an extra hurdle, but it's not a big deal. So I'm kicking myself for not having done this a couple months ago. It's a little bit frustrating to feel like this month is just going to be a wash and we're not going to have a chance at it, progressing us forward. But I'm good with the decision. I think it's the right decision. Eric is also starting a new job on Monday, so our lives are going to be thrown into a little bit of upheaval with that because he's going to be going to the office every day, whereas he's been working from home exclusively. So that's going to be an adjustment, and it would just be too much to try to do what we were going to try to do this month. So I am still taking the Femara. I have taken 3 doses of it. I have a dose today and a dose tomorrow to finish it out, and I will do OPKs at home just to see how my body reacts and handles the Femara, to know going into future cycles, because my body did not react well to the Clomid, and we know that it just kind of threw things into a tailspin and into turmoil and lengthened my cycle and all kinds of stuff. So I just kind of want to use this as a learning thing to see how my body responds to it, and have that information going into the next cycle at a new place. And hopefully we have one IUI left to do that we're comfortable doing, and then after that it would be onto IVF. And I'm hoping that starting fresh with a new place, we'll have success doing an IUI and won't have to move on to IVF. But I also am much more comfortable having to move on to IVF at a place that's more local, and having to go in for more monitoring and all of that, as if it's 20 minutes versus an hour and a half depending on traffic. So that's the update on all of that. It's, I think, good changes, forward motion in the right direction, and I'm really glad that I'm taking these steps to kind of take this control. So I hope you've all had a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate. And today is New Year's Eve, so Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you have fun celebrating and ringing in the new year. We're not going to be doing much of anything, probably asleep when the new year hits, but I hope you all have a great New Year's Eve and celebrating the new year coming in. And I really hope that 2016 is a great year for everyone. I'm really optimistic about it being good. We're starting in a much better place than we have for the last couple of years. So I'm really optimistic about 2016 being a really good year for us. So thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye.